Morning. You know, Facebook is a pretty good tool. Especially if one was an investigator working a cult pedophile ring. Maybe one that hides in the front of a church or some kind of secret society or something like that. Facebook reveals a lot. And it's kind of neat. People share so many of their photos and experiences and things like that. And once it's on the Facebook, it's pretty much public record at that point. I mean, yeah, there's some ways to make it more private, but it wouldn't take much to get Facebook to cooperate with you, especially if you had a case you were working. And the funny thing is a lot of people don't realize it's not just the pictures and things that you share. There's all the people that you know that tag you and share pictures and events that you guys went to together that are also available to the public or the police. So indeed, Facebook's a mighty good tool. I've already shared in a few videos how these sickos like to use family photos and pictures and how they'll do little hand gestures and things like that to show their affiliation, you know. I've seen them, and they do really inconspicuous ones that you would think are just normal gestures. I've seen thumbs ups. I've seen things like this, where they hold the arm like that. Oh, how about the hidden hand? Hand in a pocket, hand right here. Huh? The fist, the little finger like that. The women like to do things with their fingers like that. A little dainty. E. The average person wouldn't pick up on things like this. But when you've grown up through the ringer, it's embedded in your mind because it's been inside of you. So indeed, Facebook is a great tool. And then the other day, I found myself looking through Facebook. I was looking for a gentleman that was involved pretty heavily on the targeting and gang stalking in our last town, at the last place that we lived before here. He was affiliated with one of the neighbors. We had like a weird dinner thing together. He was a very odd fella indeed. Like an MD, I guess. But he's not a doctor. But I couldn't find him. Some people get clever enough to know that something's onto them and they hide. But that goes back to what I just said. Sometimes you don't have to find them. Sometimes you just got to see some things that others shared and tagged you in. Yeah. And I found myself discovering a clue. Turns out a lot of these people go to the same church. Oh, man. It's one of them abundant churches of the area. It's abundant in something, all right. And I saw something that was sad to see. I found a photo of a little boy next to Santa at that church. Santa in a church is odd to me, but that's another topic. And this little boy had a look. He had a look of worry, and I recognized the boy. I said, I've seen him before. And then I realized, that little boy's been in my house. He's a family friend's son. They came to my son's 3rd birthday party. He's a nice kid. He's a sweet little kid. He's smart. Kind of reminded me a lot of myself when I was a little boy. And then I remembered something. When we had this party, we had all kind of food catering. Hey, buddy. You got your Beto?
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to sit it down at the table? Here. And one thing about this kid struck me at that party. We had all this food, and all the other kids were enjoying all the other food. But this one in particular, one thing I noticed about him that was different. The only thing he seemed to eat was the celery.